I recently picked up a pair of the Merrell Moab 3 Edge hiking shoe because I needed something that had a little bit more armor on them than some of my other Merrells that I've owned in the past. I consider myself a little bit of an expert on Merrells because I've owned quite a few in the past. Vapor Glove 3, Bear Access 4, Vapor Glove 4, I don't even know what these are called, and Vapor Glove 6. And the reason that I went with the Moab 3s this time is because I needed something that gave my feet a little bit more protection on some rockier terrain. Most of the other Merrells I've owned in the past have been minimalist shoes for either trail running or walking on trails that really weren't that rugged. And because I'm doing a lot more hiking and walking on harder, more undulated terrain, I needed just more protection for my feet. And the Moab 3s are famous for doing that. Now, the edges are a little bit different than your regular Moab 3s, which you can look at that in the description. But what I want to tell you about is what I like about the shoe and then what I don't. So now that I've had a chance to put some miles on them, there are three things that I really like about the shoe. One is obviously going to be Merrell's famous Vibram soles. These things are wicked tough. And even though they are super thick rubber that have just a great grip, which is what the Vibrams are famous for, man, they will grip onto just about anything, even in wet conditions. I really didn't feel like there was a lot of break-in required before my feet got comfortable in them. They have flexibility exactly where they need them, just high over the toe box. I have large feet, but I don't have particularly narrow or wide feet. But the toe box is just right. It's not too big. It's not too snug. I also like the woven mesh material that completely encapsulates the foot. There is just enough solid material for the shoe to keep its shape, but not so much to trap in the warm, moist air from your feet when you're doing a lot of hiking and walking. The sole of the shoe continues just up the front of the toe and just up behind the heel enough to give you nice protection from raking your feet against rocks without tearing up the rest of the shoe. Merrell did a really nice job reinforcing the shoe's exterior in all the right places so that when you're hiking, you don't have to worry about raking the shoe up against something and snagging the mesh that's there to keep your feet cool. I feel that there's really adequate arch support, though there is one thing that I don't like too much, and that is that the insole doesn't have a whole lot of padding to it. It is a rather firm insole, but I just solved that by putting in a gel insert underneath the heel portion of the shoe so that I had a little bit more shock absorbency when I was walking. But if you're an average sized person, you probably won't see the need for that. But overall, I couldn't be more pleased. It's a well-built shoe. It's tough, but it's flexible. It's lightweight and it's breathable.